Welcome back this week to Happily Visible. And today I am a little bit heavy around my head. This is a little bit of a struggle, but I told myself I will keep going with my weekly episodes. And even though I have this amazing interview coming out, which is in German though, that is scheduled for next week. So I thought I'd slot in a little solo episode just before that, so that we can go live with another episode this week as well. And even though my head is hurting like crazy, welcome to perimenopause, I think, because I'm having these hormonal headaches from time to time. And I used to get them once every 2 months or so for 2 days. But somehow this month, it must be the weather. I swear it must be the weather. This is like the third time in a row now, and I usually don't get migraines or headaches, so this is not normal for me. So I'm just going to make this a quick one. Forgive me. But today I saw something that I really want to talk about quickly. And if you are a woman that is currently working in corporate or working in her 9-to-5 job, and you have been thinking about starting your own business or starting a side business, a small business that you want to try, especially if you are planning to go into alternative health, wellness on a human, emotional, body level, I really want to encourage you, and don't hold yourself back by doubting yourself, because I see this over and over again with women, that even though we have all the tools, we have all the education, we have all the certificates, we hesitate and we stop ourselves. And I really want to say we stop ourselves, because it's us stopping ourselves. Nobody from the outside is stopping you to go out there, promote your business, sell, start, get going. And I'm great talking here now because I have the same problems that you face in promoting myself when it comes to the business side. I'm much better promoting myself when I go after a particular role or job. So that has been less of a challenge for me in the past. However, when it comes to building a business, all of a sudden you feel like you have to start all over again every single day. So the best is just to keep walking and keep doing it and keep practicing. But today I heard something that I want to share with you. There's a video that someone shared online, and it was a male coach business coach, encouraging other men, mainly men, to go after the hormone business and perimenopausal women, which is very fitting with going with my headaches today, because there's so much money to be made. Because men don't ask if they're qualified. They ask if it's profitable. That's their first thought. A man will start a hormone business, ladies, focusing on teaching women about hormones without having the experience of a woman. A woman won't even start to go after a role in her career that she has done for 2 years if the job description says she needs to have 5 years. I mean, it's really like that. Men don't wait to feel ready. They just go after it. I see this over and over again. It's the same in business as it is in jobs and careers. And I worked in interim executive recruiting over 2 years. And I've seen this happen all the time. Women doubting themselves when there was a job description, even calling up, writing an email, asking if it's sufficient, asking if this in this area that they haven't touched on, that they haven't covered, does exclude them from the role. And men will apply with even 50% of the requirements covered. So stop asking the outside world for permission. Men don't doubt themselves when it comes to business. They just launch, they just get going, and it's time women did the same. Because we just cannot let men take over areas and make money from us with topics that belong to us, that we know much more about. Because honestly, this is not right. We need to get over ourselves. We need to get over our fear to go out there and to talk about what we offer. We need to get over our fears to become visible, to grow visibility, and to promote our offers. Did you know that entrepreneurs over 40 are statistically twice as likely to succeed in the real world when they are starting late and starting with much more experience? Yes. So if you are a woman in her midlife now and you've been tossing around this idea of starting something, or you have already started, but you're quietly sitting on the sidelines wondering if you should talk about it more, if you should talk about your story more, or if people will just find you, because this is one of the biggest risks that you can take. One of the biggest problems we have in business is we're not being loud enough. And with loud enough, I don't mean speaking loud. I mean, we're not sharing enough about the things that we do. And I include myself here. Sometimes I meet people and they go, I don't even know that you did all that. I'm like, yep, because I don't talk about it. So this is really just my quick little pep talk for you today, because I saw this video and I just had to talk about it, because I just cannot believe that we're letting this happen. And we really need to take charge of the topics that we are more equipped to talk about, that we are more equipped to teach about, that we are more expert in. And it's just time. And it's time we take charge of our own careers and our own income streams. So really, you don't need more proof. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're good enough, that you have enough expertise, that your qualifications are sufficient. Your story is a qualification. Stop waiting to feel confident enough. And one important point I want to remind you of, because we talked about this recently in a podcast interview, women and the problem of self-promotion, and how we are being programmed to always be quiet and to not put ourselves into the center spotlight. This has nothing to do with being self-absorbed and putting yourself in a spotlight, but we are blocking our own success. And we are responsible for our failure in business if we don't start sharing about the business, if we don't start sharing about the story. And in times of AI, it's even more important, because you are connecting human to human. And especially when people book coaching, or they book therapists, or they book people to help them on a soul level, on an energetic level, with self-development, they need someone that they feel comfortable with. They need someone that feels like that person understands them, and they need to know a little bit about your story. Like when I picked my first business, she wasn't really a business coach. She was a life coach, I'd say. And when I picked her, I think I listened to all of her podcast episodes pretty much before I booked her. But once I had listened to all these podcast episodes, I knew she was my person. So be visible before you're ready, because people need time to make the decision. That's another point. we need time to make up our mind. We need to let information settle into our system. So it's time that you start showing up now, step by step, little steps, and that's all. So this is your permission slip from me today. Go be loud about what you do, about the impact you want to make. And if you need someone to help you share your story, to help you talk about what you do through conversation, very easy, through podcast interviews, because this is what I do with my work, because I know how difficult this is. And it's so much easier when you do it in conversation. And I talk to people and I extract all the value that you give, all the experience, the transformations you create. And we do this very naturally through conversation. So there's no awkwardness on camera. You don't get nervous, you don't feel stressed, and your energy is just the most natural, beautiful you. So that was my little pep talk for you today. Go and have a beautiful weekend. I will see you here next week. And don't forget to share with friends and family and rate the podcast if it's valuable to you and if you enjoy it. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.